Mike in the Night on Odyssey this Saturday. I've already gotten several emails and messages as people asking if I'm doing a Mike in the Night this Saturday. Yes, I am. Nobody panic. I'll put the link up on Odyssey, okay? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is enjoying. We're not even in winter yet. We're still in fall. And where I'm living right now, I'm going to give you guys a gander of what it looks like. It's like minus 30 outside. Well, it's minus 30 with the wind chill. So there it is right there. You could barely see the top of the mountains there. It's a big, and it's just, the cold is just really, really pouring in here. And I got to close my door because it's so cold outside that my car was stalling. Even though I put Supreme fuel, like Supreme gas, I filled up all the car and the van with Supreme. I have a little Chevy Spark I drive, and I made sure, I filled it up with the highest octane fuel because the fuel lines are freezing. So right now with the wind chill, I think it's minus 26 without the wind, and I think it's minus 30, 35 with the wind. It is so frigid here. It's so cold. It's cool in the store, but the store is maintaining its own. I got a couple of candles here just to one right there and one right there, and they're in safe areas too, just to keep it simply as warm as possible. And then I got that thing pumps out a lot of heat. I don't know how it's even possible, but it does. And my other heater's here, so there's another one over there, and there's one in the back room. So it's really cold here, folks. It is. I don't even want to open the door. It's so cold outside. It's so frigid. And the sky, look at the sky. It is so cold. And that's enough complaining about the cold, but it's a cold one. Yes, it's The View. Yeah. I think we should start a show called The View and have a bunch of past celebrities that were, I guess, famous at one point in time to come on and give us their points of views on what is happening, and basically not even look at what's the situation or both sides of the story or actually look for facts, but just make stuff up as they go along. And we'll call it The View. We should get the X Tweeter. Guys, I'm on Twitter now. I'm actually posting stuff I wouldn't be able to post anywhere else. So I'm on Twitter now. And just making my coffee here with you guys. Let it cool a bit. Oh, but it's a hot one. What's the weather where you're at, guys? Let me know. Check in the comments. Check in. If you guys got a second, check in and tell me where you're at and what's the weather like. I'd like to know if you don't mind checking in and letting me know. Right here, it's like minus 30. Oh no, don't call it The View. I know, I'm just joking. Because apparently something like, I know. It's minus 8 in Abbotsford. Ooh, it's cold down there too. It's all gravy here, Mike says it is what it is. It's all gravy here. Gas under $5, okay? Feels like minus 14. Where Buddy is in Abbotsford. Wow. So for people that don't know, the city of Abbotsford is just east of, dead shot east of Vancouver. So if you're on the 1 highway, you'll catch it. Texas, 62. I can never live in cold weather again. 62. What is that, 18 degrees? 17? 16 maybe? But 16 above zero. Like, not minus. Like what I'm doing here. So cold! So I got the fireplace going last night. Full blast. And we burned a lot of wood last night, keeping that house warm. The heater is kind of keeping up with keeping the house warm. But let me tell you, it's tough. Yeah. So Buddy in California is saying it's mid-50s, California. So what is that? 9? 8 degrees? So Celsius? Centigrade? Hey guys, please don't come and give me a hard time that you're not getting notifications to the channel. So it's not supposed to be this code here. Cold here. It's not the norm for sure. I'm originally from Ontario. We're used to the cold. Yeah. So what's happening is we're just getting this bizarre frigid cold front. So it's been in the minuses here where I live for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. It's been in the -8, -10, -12, -20, -15. We're in a fridge. It's like, you know, when you open your freezer and you look inside and your head gets cold and you close it right away? That's exactly where I'm living in right now. It is beyond cold. It's never this cold. It is never this cold. All right, who's getting coffee? Who's joining me for coffee this morning? Who is getting their coffee? I'm getting mine right now. This morning, I think I'm going to go. I went with Folgers. I went with some Folgers this morning. So, not sure what you guys are drinking out there, but I'm with the Folgers this morning. Folgers coffee. Oh, that's good. Especially when the cream's good. So, what is happening, folks? Come on, jump in the comments. It's not supposed to be this cold. We got that. It's the same here, Mike, brother. 2 weeks straight. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, something's going to have to give. You know, there's a lot going on right now, guys, in the news. Housing market. So housing markets across the world are starting to fracture. Canada's the worst of the worst. Okay, so like you're saying, well, Mike, because you live in Canada, right, Mike? No, it's because I've been prophesizing and discussing and predicting and kind of watching the charts, watching the numbers. And none of it makes sense. I threw the textbook, the textbook of finance and real estate and mortgages out the window back in 2017. Yeah, was that video I made in 2017? Textbook money or textbook money out the window, because what you learned in school, high school, universities, or whatever you learned from your parents about finance and real estate and mortgaging and all that crap, throw that right out the window when your government is laundering money in your country and competing for outside money and then selling fentanyl from overseas and disenfranchising your own people and your own youth. Okay, did you see Yee on Jones says, no, I heard he was wearing this thing all covered up, a mask or something. I don't know. I just, these are distractions, guys. Alien Factor says, Keith Fernandez, I have experienced -60 in Thunder Bay in 1993. Wind chill, my car broke down twice. Yeah, my car was stalling this morning coming, even though I put Supreme gas in, like the highest level octane, so that my gas lines don't freeze. The car was like struggling because of lack of fuel, and the fuel lines are frozen, right? And let me give you a little look at it's freaking cold, man. Here it is, folks. Oh, it's a cold one. It's a cold one. Look at the mountains. You can't even see the sky. It's so cold. Holy crap, it's so cold. So there's my car right there, a little blue guy. That's a little blue guy I drive around. Oh man, it's cold, man. Oh, let me just lock this door before I fall out. Like literally. So I told the kids, the wife, and if they have any, what do you call it, events or activities like ballet and stuff, or what was it, ballet for my daughter, or my son doesn't have hockey today, but I said, everybody stay home. Nobody's going out. Nobody's leaving the house. It's just too damn cold. And it's not good for young children I think under 13, it's not advisable to be outside more than 13 seconds. But I just told the family to stay home. So coffee tastes better in the cold. Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, I actually got a notification. Hi, Mike. It's Nancy McAvoy. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Finally got a notification. Says low budget. Yeah, I know, guys. It's like that. You know, people are I get a lot of emails through the week. of people saying they don't get notifications. Oh yeah, I'm having Folgers coffee this morning, folks. Waking up to Folgers. Oh yeah. Tuning in from New Zealand, low budget. So how's your spring going there, low budget? I know it's spring. I know you guys are 5-6 weeks into spring. Are you guys having good weather? Is it okay there, where you guys are at? I have wool blankets in the car, plus mounted survival pack. Yeah, you're gonna have to have it when you're passing through mountains here. I don't really leave town too often. I don't know why somebody's calling me right now, but I will call them back. But just wanted to kind of I forgot to do something this morning, and now I'm getting calls. I was supposed to send an email out to somebody, and now they're calling me now. They're calling me here, and I'm in the middle of a live stream. Woo! So, anyways, guys, okay. So, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What is going on in your neck of minus 26 with the windshield here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan? Yeah, we're about the same weather right now. Minus 20, minus 30 here, and it's been an ice box, literally an ice box all friggin' last 2 weeks. Yeah, feels like minus 36 here with the wind. Yeah, it picks up. And last night, guys, I was just throwing the wood in to the fireplace, stacked it up nice and tight so it burns longer. And we got a really good burn to about 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. We got a really good burn right through. And it's a really good designed fireplace with the air vents and the return airs and the what do you call that thing that you open to let the smoke out? It's like, it's a really well designed fireplace. And it's got built-in fans. When you turn on the switch, it pushes the hot air out into the house. So I'm kind of lucky with that. And I wouldn't have bought the house if it didn't have a fireplace, right? So, okay, so what's going on, guys? So you got, what's it called? Real estate prices going south right now because people overbought. People overzealously bought more than they could chew, more than they could bite off and chew. So people that bought, I'm getting reports and emails. I don't get too many handwritten letters, but I do get emails from people telling me that they're in a position right now that where they bought in 2017 and they're underwater. But they're saying, well, Mike, if they put down 30%, okay, they put down 30 points. They put down 30 points, Mike. They've grown equity substantially since 2017. Why would they be underwater today? And if they've been making payments for the last 4 years, well, only $2-3 a month goes towards your principal, or $4 towards your principal every month. So you could scratch that one off, and you could take the fact of the matter that people are using their homes as ATM machines, right? So people are using their homes as ATM machines, and that's become a major, major, major problem. People have been living the life, the 1986, 87 life, and I made videos, and now they're talking about it. Are Canadians better off in 1984, 85, 86 than they are today? Now they're talking about it. Now they're making videos. I'm like, we made videos about this long time ago. How to live the 1986 lifestyle in 2022. How to live the 1986 lifestyle in 2022. And we even went in discussion in depth with how much people didn't make and were barely making any money, but they still made it, but they did well. Because the money had value, interest rates were high, the cost of borrowing was high, everything was in check, and we had a strong currency on an international level. So someone says, I bought in 1999 and I'm still underwater. Building on a floodplain wasn't very bright. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Tinker. Hugo the Ern says, how cold is it? It's like minus 36 with the wind. California, they are building homes without fireplace. Yes, we made a video on the last YouTube channel that got banned in 2012, if you guys remember that, where they're going to be outlawing and banning wood-burning stoves and fireplaces across America, making it a hazard or hazardous for people. But realistically, it's keeping families alive, or keeping families off the oil and gas system and just burn wood, right? We have a lot of wood out there to burn. Lots. So when they're saying, oh, yeah, we're cutting down our trees, we're not putting enough carbon into the atmosphere for the trees to breathe. We're cutting back on our carbon emission, they want zero carbon by 2030. The trees are going to hollow out and die. Hopefully a big channel can take what I just said and run with this and become a hero. Because that's what's going to happen. Trees will just hollow right out. So that's that right there. Just wanted to put that out there. All right, how's everybody doing out there? It's Friday morning. I will put up the Mike in the Night episode on Odyssey for you guys, okay? I will put it up. I get 2 to 3 messages a day asking if I'm going to do. So, guys, if you want to watch Mike in the Night, it's right here on Odyssey. Go to Odyssey. The last episode was actually pretty good. We got some good callers in. And there it is right there. There's the Mike in the Night right there. And we had some pretty good callers in. You want to maybe check this episode out of Mike in the Night. And you just go to Odyssey, Odyssee. You can go to content. And when you go to content, you'll see our upcoming live streams will be up here under content. And I'll put it up today, I promise. And a video we did yesterday, massive property tax hikes again. And this is a big deal because they're going to fine us and tax us to death. And then I got a letter from Marcello, a viewer of the channel. They towed my second car away. And basically, he's in a bit of a financial pickle right now. And you're going to want to watch that one too. Why Canada will not have another federal election. And I've said this several times, so I dedicated a video to it. There's just too much accountability on the table here. For Canada to actually have an election where they're going to put in people that are going to investigate the previous administration. That's why Joe Biden, all those people they're never going to go away. Hillary Clinton, Obama, they'll never go away because they don't want to get investigated, right? Building 7. And Mike in the Night 470, if you guys want to check. And Socialized Canada gas regime. 5 days ago, guys, I read my gas bill to you guys. The videos are also on YouTube if you want to watch them here on this platform. They're still up here, too, if you guys want to watch them. But this one's a pretty big eye-opener. Why Canada will not have another federal election. I don't think they can. I mean, they can. But I think it's going to be so obvious that no one's going to vote for the guys that are going to cheat to win. So everybody will go out and say, I voted for this guy. But how is this guy winning when everybody voted for this guy, but this other guy's winning? But that makes no sense. And that's why for years they say, oh, you shouldn't tell people who you vote for. Unless you vote for Trump. Then they'll hate you. And then they'll put stuff on Google Maps to find Republicans and Trump supporters. Yeah, you shouldn't be telling people who you vote for. Because 90% of the people that won these elections over the last few decades never really won anything. So that's how it works, right? In case you guys forgot. That's how it works, right? Because I remember they were doing some voting in... Was it Colombia or was it in Chile? I can't remember. They were doing voting. So they said everyone that's going to vote for these guys wear a blue shirt, right? For the conservative or whatever the party was, wear a blue shirt. So everybody wear blue. Okay. So you see a sea of blue shirts going out to vote. Literally a sea of blue shirts. And people wearing blue hats, blue bandanas, blue this, blue that. So they were showing, look, we are voting for this person today. And guess what? The other person won that nobody voted for. And that's a thing that's been going on for years. And that's something we've been talking about for years on Mike in the Night, right? Back in 2017, 2018, we're already discussing the problems that were in Europe and the removing of the statues and what was it called? Austerity measures in France and Catalonia, wants to exit, and they had a referendum vote and they won by 98%. But the people that had the referendum vote went to jail because they're not allowed because the WEF. So I think it's over here on Mike of the Night. Let me just check here on old episodes. Legendary guest Mike of the Night right here. Here you go. From 5 years ago. Mike of the Night, world headed to chaos. Mike of the Night, perfect storm, Catalonia, independence, taking down the statues, and Venezuela protests. So there it is right there. So there it is, Mike of the Night again. Secession movement in the USA. So that was like 5 years ago. But it's all rigged, guys. It's all rigged. None of it's real. And just like soccer. Soccer's not real. Soccer's full of crap. One-sided reffing, give a penalty here, help somebody out. The guy was offside. No, he's not offside. Don't worry about it. It's to maintain that the heroes are advancing to the knockout stage of the World Cup of soccer. But if you see how the heroes played and how the refs were very one-sided reffing a lot. Some of the teams were very one-sided, very blatant. And then some of the teams were really played it out and played a good game to advance, right? But it's beyond. All right, who's out there? Someone jump in the comments. Oh, my comments are going. They took them out. Okay, never knew the damn devil would make people do his evil work. The store is Mike's man cave. Must be in his store. Yes, I am. You're always in your store when you stream. No, I do Mike in the Night at home in my studio. Well, it's not a studio. It's just a microphone connected to the computer. We do Mike in the Night. And if you haven't caught on to Mike in the Night, you're going to want to watch that. And you're going to see, holy crap, what a different perspective on what we're talking about. Wow. When the bees go, the food goes. Australia supplies world bee stock. You're always in the store when you're... Okay, let me go back here. Where else? Trump one says, if you tax issues, check out Carrie Zolman. 10 cords needed for Northern Canada. Yeah, I got 3 cords. And I have tons of wood. But mind you, we had a very early winter this year. A very frigid... I can't even touch my glass here. It's so cold. That's how cold it is. It's cool in here to the touch, but it's manageable. You can come in, look at some games, look at what I got, kind of poke around, see if there's anything you might want to get for Christmas or whatever. And that's it. But I've been dead. I've been smoking dead here the last, I don't know, it's pretty much since the flood. Since the flood of November last year, the store's never really regained its oomph, it's never regained, and it's always been on a kind of just trying to make it type of thing. Woo! Okay, well, let me open why does my chat keep closing? Cold as a mother-in-law's kiss. Yeah, mother-in-law's kiss. You have seen the documentary, Died Suddenly, Mike Martin's. Yeah, you know what? I was looking at it. I looked at a bit of it. Just go back to Mike of the Night and watch our episodes. We covered very specific things. The sporting events, okay, this is a different number calling. I'll just pick it up later. I don't know. So, anyways, I don't know. We open at 11, so I'm not sure. So let people figure it out for themselves. Captain Nobody in the house. Fast Jimmy in the house. Bull's Nuts in the house. Bull's Nuts says, we, the eagle, must die. I can't even read that. Metaphorically before receiving true blessings. Bill collector, don't answer. No, I don't know where it is. It's out of province. I don't know. There's no bill collectors calling me. I don't owe anybody any money. Fast Jimmy says it's the cops. No, I think I know who it is. It's a lady that ordered something online, and she has somebody coming into the town to pick up the product for me because because the shipping is beyond what we could afford. So, anyways. All right. Let's see what we got here. Your stream is getting stuck. Stuck and off. Says Nitin. I used to have a mail order bookstore till Amazon killed me. You need a weed store or a car wash or laundry mat to make money. The weed store is right next door to me. Yeah, streaming fine here. Well, Nitin's in Bangalore, India, right? So he's one of our correspondents for Mike in the Night in India that reports to our channel too, right? So, guys, don't forget to check out some past episodes we did. We had Peter Leeds on Mike in the Night. Up Thinking, and then we had on Mike in the Night. And then we had Tony from God Rules on Mike in the Night, Alaska Prepper, Uneducated Economist, and then God Rules again. So we've had some really good Mike in the Nights for you guys with legendary guests. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. That's actually really good. It's something we've been doing for years here on the channel. It's something we've been doing and, working with each other, so to say, and collaborating and talking. We appreciate you work, Mike, in the cold, man. It's actually cold. My hands are cold in here. It's like cool. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Russia says Putin ready to talk war Ukraine. Kurdish militants halt a joint operation with U.S. after Turkish strikes. Yeah, Turkey's trying to get in their dirty hands in there to get some black market petrol. And Turkey's been starting wars along its border. Terrorists opened fire on civilians and implicit government in killings, says Iranian member of parliament. So that's Iranian news, guys. What the Iranians are stating here. And then what's going on here? Better dwelling. Canada's real estate bubble is approaching, the largest in history. And, of course, with the money laundering and all the other shadow banking and artificially low interest rates and deregulating of the banking system and deregulating of the laws. Yeah, of course. Job growth in Canada sinks loony and tilts rate bets. And in the news again. I don't want to say this on my channel because I probably get it banned. And this is what Canada's reporting. This is Canada's news. There's so much, and we got this back here. There it is, right there. Yeah, right there, the top left, so everyone can follow it and see where it's at. And yeah, it's just Canada being Canada. That's why a lot of people's like, how come you don't read Canadian news or what's happening? I mean, what's the point? It's so I don't even know anymore. Let's see, that's CNN making up stuff. Voter turn against current Brexit deal. So this is fake. They're saying that people want to reunite with the European Union and pay fees to the European Union and the Troika and pay the WEF. But I don't believe that true-hearted Britonians from Great Britain want to be part of the European Union. It's a disaster. But this is what they're saying. 47% of people want it. So... And Hawaii volcano, I didn't know about this till I opened this. So that might cool our weather down. Our ionosphere, soot and ash. So we should get Greta Thunberg down there to get this volcano under control. Because that smoke, soot and ash will be more than what we put in 100 years as humans here on Earth. That one good volcano like that will put more crap and block our sun out and to cause more problems with temperatures and weathers on Earth than we do as humans for 100 years. So Greta Thunberg needs to go fix that volcano now. So, someone's saying don't believe anything you read. Yeah, no, we're just kind of taking this with a grain of salt, right? And what else we got here? We just got some pages open here. Natural news, I can't talk about that. We talk about that on Mike of the Night. World Cup, Uruguay slam for unacceptable act as South Korea progresses. So Portugal lost today, and I even told my wife, I said, I hope Portugal loses today. She goes, why? Because they're still going to win their group, they're still going to advance, they'll still be top of the group, and the babies go home. And when Portugal faced these guys last time in the World Cup, like the last World Cup, these babies were all over the floor, spent more time on the floor crying and getting free penalties and free kicks and free shots. So they're going to go home. Yeah. So that's that right there in a nutshell. What else is going on here? New Zealand's reporting what? Nothing. Just BS. Moscow accuses West of legal nihilism. There it is right here. Stuff you won't find on the regular news. The death of a U.S. mercenary exposes the bleak reality of service with Ukraine's International Legion. EU member state confirms agreement on price cap for Russian oil. So, guys, this is a big one. They actually want to charge $60 a barrel for Russian oil. That the Russians are only allowed to make that much money from their oil so they could take a loss. You see how this whole thing was you see how this whole war, how this whole thing, you see? We have videos going back in the beginning of spring, first week of March, we're saying rolling blackouts in Europe, energy crisis in Europe, Europe going to go dark. We said it, and we went very specific with it, and we even broke it down in specific videos. So now they're telling Russia how much they should sell their oil for. They're telling another sovereign country, well, you can't charge oil for that. That's why they deplatformed the Portuguese in Angola. Because the Portuguese, look it up, had some of the biggest oil reserves in the world. And then they had to stage this thing that the Portuguese, the colonists, are destroying and murdering people on the streets. But none of that was happening. You see, and the locals were there for 500 years. So it wasn't like they just arrived like the French 100 years ago and started ripping apart Africa. It's a very different situation here. But that's where we're at right now, folks. That's where we are headed right now, towards complete and total fabrication, right? And they took Mozambique away from Portugal because they have the biggest natural gas reserve in the world. Look it up. But now it's in the hands of the French, or some Germany has it now. That's how it works. That's how it works. God forbid there's competition. Because when there's competition, it creates honesty. Or people start, when competition's out there, instead of being honest with one another, guess what? They rip each other apart. Hold on, guys. There's someone knocking at my door. Hi. Mike, come in.
Oh, you're making a video? Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this short. I got a visit from a friend here. And I will talk to you later this afternoon. I'll put up the mic of the night for you guys, okay? And we'll talk soon, okay? God bless. Mike Martin's here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I have spoken.